Hello, everyone. Please keep supporting Gene Valentino's Truth Podcast. We need our voice to get out there far and wide and help save our country.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. Are you tired of those cold sore outbreaks caused by the herpes virus? Discover Herplex, the natural homeopathic remedy that works with your body's immune system. Unfortunately, herpes is not curable. With Herplex, you can relieve symptoms that help prevent future outbreaks safely and effectively without the side effects of these traditional medications. Their patented formula helps your immune system produce more interferon, targeting the outbreaks at the source. Get back to feeling like your old self again. Visit buyherplex.com/Gene today and save 50%. 50% on your first order using discount code GENE50. That's GENE50. But hurry, this discount is exclusive to my listeners and won't last long. You have nothing to lose, as Herplex offers a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Let's conquer herpes together and do it naturally. Buy herplex.com/Gene.
Breaking right now, the Senate has just voted for a government funding deal to fund most of the government through the end of September. The feds still face a partial shutdown starting Saturday. Let's welcome in GOP political strategist and insider and host of Grassroots Truthcast podcast, Gene Valentino, and independent journalist Corinne Clifford for more on all of this. So, as I understand it, the funding bills are now through the Senate and head to the House. Gene, how soon do you expect the House to get the funding passed?
Will they be foolish not to move quickly, regardless of which party you're on, Rick? I think America's had enough. America has gotten past the noise of and the schemes that have been going on with Congress right now. One leg of our government that has caused more damage than they've accused the president of is the United States Congress, and they can start by fulfilling their primary obligation of passing an annual balanced budget in a timely way, so that we, the citizens, we, the people, don't have to step up and make it a constitutional amendment to do so. It's shameful that they have ridden this thing out so long. Too many deflections and distractions. They're not getting away with it this time. The people have come to realize the truth.
Okay. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said Democrats are prepared to begin impeachment proceedings against DHS Secretary Kristi Noem if President Trump doesn't fire her immediately. Speaker Mike Johnson responded to Jeffries. Here's a clip.
She's got to go. We are dead serious. She needs to be put on ice permanently.
Kristi Noem is a despicable, corrupt, pathological liar. We've seen her slander not just one, but two American citizens, patriotic Americans who were killed without justification on the streets of Minneapolis in the last few weeks. She's deeply unqualified. She never should have been confirmed to begin with by Senate Republicans.
I think Hakeem needs to cool the rhetoric. He's my friend and colleague. We talked yesterday. We're trying to navigate through all this together, and I think the Secretary is doing a good job in a very difficult time.
But Democrats are not cooling the rhetoric, Corinne. And when this funding bill reaches the House, do you think those Democrats will use the impeachment talk as a negotiation tactic?
I just think that it's so important to understand that Hakeem Jeffries and all the Democrats in Congress like to blame everything on President Trump and his cabinet. They always threaten that they're going to impeach. They have not been able to impeach, and they're not going to be able to impeach Kristi Noem. So I think this is really important to understand that what's going on in Congress is honestly a waste of U.S. taxpayer dollars to blame Kristi Noem. She's not the problem. The problem are the protesters that we believe are being paid to protest ICE in Minnesota. And that's really where we need the FBI to step in and tell us who's really funding these anti-ICE protesters. Just today, children under 18 were asked to leave school by their teachers at 1 o'clock in Los Angeles and around America to protest ICE. So this has nothing to do with Kristi Noem, and I'm sick of Hakeem Jeffries and the Democrats blaming her.
Yeah, it's all about an anti-Trump agenda as far as I'm concerned. And with DHS and ICE under fire, Border Czar Tom Homan went to Minneapolis to try and talk some sense into local officials and state officials and negotiate better conditions for his agents and officers. Here's a clip of that.
In the past few days, I've met with Governor Walz, Attorney General Ellison, Mayor Frey, numerous police chiefs and sheriffs. Bottom line is you can't fix problems if you don't have discussions. I didn't come to Minnesota for photo ops or headlines. You haven't seen me. I came here to seek solutions.
And Homan has signaled immigration officials are developing a plan to start drawing down the number of agents in Minnesota, but he has some conditions for that, which seems certainly appropriate to me. Gene, your thoughts on that?
Well, Tom Homan is taking the heat, but tempering the situation a bit. But shame on anybody taking shots at Kristi Noem and ICE in general. The only reason we're in this state is because Minnesota and Minneapolis in particular were not cooperating as the rest of the nation is with ICE in taking the illegals, the violent felons, the rapists, the child abusers, the trafficker of our children. And these are the people we want to grab. The least we can expect is the state and local agencies to cooperate with ICE so we can extricate these wrongdoers from this nation. The shoe's on the wrong foot, and I feel bad for Kristi Noem. She's a superstar.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for those ICE agents who are working under the most ridiculous conditions, being attacked by locals or people who've been bussed in to protest, who claim that they're there because there's chaos in the streets and they're trying to correct the chaos when they're creating the chaos. And they're trying to stop these agents and officers from arresting dangerous criminals and making their streets actually safer. But I got to move on to this question, Corrine, from about President Trump saying he's now nominating Kevin Warsh to serve as chairman of the Federal Reserve. Warsh is a former Fed governor and a critic of the central bank. Trump has repeatedly pressured the Fed to cut interest rates faster. Corrine, will Warsh bring those changes, and if so, when?
Of course, 100%. Now let's see if he can get confirmed. But the bottom line is that Warsh is a very important person to have run the Fed. And President Trump has an incredible team, and they vet these people. And so it's very important to lower our interest rate. And a lot of people have lost their confidence in the Federal Reserve over the years. So Warsh can do what needs to be done.
Corrine Clifford and Gene Valentino, we appreciate your time very much on this Friday. Thanks for joining the show.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. Are you tired of those cold sore outbreaks caused by the herpes virus? Discover Herplex, the natural homeopathic remedy that works with your body's immune system. Unfortunately, herpes is not curable. With Herplex, you can relieve symptoms that help prevent future outbreaks safely and effectively without the side effects of these traditional medications. Their patented formula helps your immune system produce more interferon, targeting the outbreaks at the source. Get back to feeling like your old self again. Visit buyherplex.com/Gene today and save 50%. 50% on your first order using discount code GENE50. That's Gene50. But hurry, this discount is exclusive to my listeners and won't last long. You have nothing to lose, as Herplex offers a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Let's conquer herpes together and do it naturally. Buy herplex.com/Gene.